Okay, we want to evaluate this integral. This looks terrible. Some big old ugly fraction. Integral means antiderivative. How in the world are we going to do that? I wouldn't even want to do the derivative of that thing, let alone the antiderivative. Well, we're going to make a u sub. We're going to do it by substitution. Well, how do you know what to let u be? You can see the answer here. Basically, here's the deal. When you see this bottom polynomial is second degree, and the one on the top is first degree. See how this is one higher than this? So whenever you see that one part is one power higher than the other part, you want to let u be the higher power because then the derivative, the du, which you're going to do in a minute, will lower the power by one and it'll be the other part. That's the trick there. So there we go. There's what you're going to let u be. They've written it right there for you. You're going to let u be that whole denominator. Then this integral is transformed. How so? Well, because now this whole denominator is just u right there. U equals that, right? All right, so let me write that over here. U equals 6x squared plus 7x plus 4. So then take the derivative of both sides, du dx. Remember derivatives? The 2 comes on down. It'd be 12x, subtract 1 from the power. Plus, and then the 1 power comes on down. 7, subtract 1 from the power. The x is gone. The 4 is just 0. So there's that. And then multiply both sides by the dx. Cross over 1 cross cancels there. So du is 12x plus 7 dx. Okay, great. What's that? 12x. Oh, that should be plus 7 dx. Well, why is that any good? Look up here, 60x plus 35. You see the trick? If I now multiply both sides of this by 5, then 5 du multiply, boom, boom. Guess what that is? 60x plus 35 dx. See, that's beautiful, huh? So there we go. So 60x plus 35 dx, 60x plus 35 dx, all of that now becomes what? 5 du. So the top becomes 5 du, the bottom becomes u. Top is 5 du, the bottom is u. So that's why they got 5 over u du. 5 over u du. That's how we came up with this. It's 5 over u, and the du is already there. See it? 5 over u du. Now, integrate that. Integrate. This is a lot easier, right? 5 over u, that's way easier than all that crazy x stuff. So we changed from x to u to make it easier. Now, how do we do the integral of that? Well, we rewrite that as 5 times 1 over u. Well, now you might have thought I was going to make that 5u to the minus 1. No, no, no. 1 over u is very recognizable. What is that? What's the anti of 1 over u? Natural log, absolute value of u, and the 5 is just sitting there. Remember that? Remember the derivative of natural log is 1 over? And now the absolute values are optional. They'll take it or not. Technically, they're supposed to be there, but I programmed it so it'd take it either way. So that makes sense what we did there, right? Because that I just did the anti-derivative because, right, it would go back. The derivative of natural log of anything is 1 over that thing. And the integral means anti. So I just did the anti. And now that we did the anti, there was an integral here which said, do the anti on this, please. I did the anti. There it is. There's no more integral symbol in the front. That's gone because he's done his job. This integral and this du in the back, they together operate and said, do the anti. I did the anti. Now they're gone. This is the anti, but now we need to go back to the original letter. So from the beginning, in terms of x, what is it? The final thing is going to be 5 natural log. I say, what is that u? U was all of that from the beginning. 6x squared plus 7x plus 4. There it is. Or you can leave the absolute values off, and there's the plus the constant. So we just did an integral by substitution, an antiderivative. This would have been too hard to do directly. When you have an x squared and x to the first, let the u be the higher power, because then the derivative will bring it down a level. See how it did? The x squared became x to the first. and I multiply both sides by 5, and I got my match. 60x plus 35dx, 60x plus 35dx, that all became 5 du. The bottom is just u, so it's 5 over u, 5 over u du. And then that's 5 times 1 over u. Then I can do the ante, because this is so much easier than this. The ante, natural log of absolute value of u, and then put back in what was u, go back to x at the end. And there we go.